Hey everybody, I have a wonderful and amazing special guest, so stay tuned because we're going to help you have a stress-free holiday. So like I said, I have a wonderful special guest. Ingrid is here to teach us how to have a stress-free holiday. But first, for my viewers who don't know who you are, where can they find you and what kind of stuff do you do on your channel?
So my channel is Ingrid Nilsen, and I make beauty, fashion, and lifestyle videos. I pretty much do a little bit of everything. So I like to think of my channel as like a reflection of myself at that time in my life. So it's really evolved over the years, but yeah, now I'm just kind of talking about whatever interests me.
Yeah, and I like that it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Whenever I peruse, I'm like, do I want to learn how to do something today?
Yeah.
Am I wondering about how to style my fall boots or something? Ingrid has it all, so you can go through her playlist. That's how I kind of guide your channel, because
Yeah.
it's like they're broken down very well. So.
I love playlists. I love it when I go to people's channels and I'm like, you have a playlist? Great, I'm gonna sit here and watch all of them.
Exactly. I know exactly what I want, and this is what I'm picking.
Totally.
So as we move into this holiday season, I hear from a lot of my viewers that it can be very stressful and it's hard to manage our money and plan our time accordingly, and just, it's holidays and it's too much. And so you have put together some helpful and amazing tips for us?
Yes, 5 tips to be exact.
So our first tip,
staying organized. And for myself, I am not a naturally organized person, so I really have to work to stay organized. So I totally understand everybody out there that's like, I am a mess, because that's me, same. But I really think, especially during the holiday season, it's great to create lists and also a budget for yourself. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff to do and like, I don't know how much I should be spending. So if you create a list of things that you know you need and the budget that you know you can work within, I think that can be super, super helpful. In addition to staying organized, I think it's also great to have a small little extra gifts around, because it can be so stressful, like if you have a party and then people show up that you weren't expecting and everybody else is getting a gift and they're not getting something, to just go out and find little things that, like a jar of jam that you really like, or something small that you love that you can keep around as an extra like emergency last minute gift that's still thoughtful.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna feel like, oh my God, I'm just like shoving this on them.
yeah, and that's something that I've struggled with, is when I don't realize a friend is wanting to exchange gifts. They're like, oh, let's grab coffee, and it's like December 10th, and I don't think about it, and then I show up, and they're like, oh, I got you this, and I'm like, I'm a bad person.
Yeah, like, I suck, I'm awful, and you're not awful. It's just, there's a lot of stuff going on, and even if you don't end up using all of your extra little gifts, you can save them for another occasion. You can use them yourself.
You can use them yourself.
You can use them yourself.
Because they're your favorite
Yeah,
things.
exactly. So it works all around. It's a win-win situation, I think.
Number 2,
Peppermint oil. I may be the #1 fan of peppermint oil, because during the holiday season, it's really easy to feel overwhelmed, and then your body starts to physically react to it. You know, sore muscles, you feel achy, and peppermint oil is a really inexpensive, easy way to help soothe those achy muscles. So you can apply this directly to your skin, you know, at your trigger or pressure points. Like if you have a sore neck, you can put it here. Or you can add a couple drops to your body lotion that you regularly use, or a body oil, and then you'll just feel tingly and nice all over your body.
nice.
And one thing that I love, so you can take your peppermint oil with you and you don't have to carry around like a bottle like this, is getting a roller ball from Whole Foods, or, you know, tons of stores sell just empty little roller
Which
balls
I didn't
like
even
this.
know.
Yeah, you just have to look for them, because they're so small you don't really see them.
Looks like chapstick or something.
Yeah, exactly. But they're usually right next to the essential oils.
Okay, cool.
And you can just put the peppermint oil in there, pop this in your bag, and then if you're feeling sore or stressed, you can just, you know, roll it on your wrists, on your neck, And I think the smell of peppermint oil is also really soothing too.
Yeah, nice. And I love the idea of having it to take with you because you never know when the stress might strike.
Yeah.
Where do you find essential oils? Do you go to Whole Foods or?
You can get essential oils at Whole Foods. You can buy them online on Amazon, so it's really, really convenient.
And number 3.
I think that being kind to others and also yourself is something really important to remember just in general, but especially during a season where things are getting really, really crazy.
Yes.
And I think paying it forward is an action that also has a reaction to it. And I know it can be really difficult to kind of think about doing random acts of kindness in the big wide world as like a tiny person, like, am I really gonna make a difference? So in this case, I think it's great to, think about your smaller groups that you interact with every day, like your friend group or people that you work with, and do something kind and random for someone within that group, and you'll see their reaction to it. And in turn, they're gonna feel a little bit better and hopefully do something kind for someone else. And that makes you feel good too. Spreading kindness makes others feel good and also yourself too. And with holiday season, I think that it's also a great time to donate. And donating is something that I like to do regularly. So you can go through your closet, go through your stuff, have your friends join in, and really just create, a donation box that you can take and give to people in need. And that's a really great thing to do for other people and also for yourself, because that's a cleansing experience and that relieves stress.
I always imagine somebody like looking for a job and being excited that they found a nice dress to wear to an interview or something. Like, somebody's gonna love that. I'm not wearing it. They'll love it.
I know, and I love going to thrift stores and consignment stores, and you feel like you found treasure.
Yes, like you dug and found buried treasure. And number 4.
Disconnecting. So letting go of your cell phone, your laptop, just anything essentially that's electronic, just like turning it off or putting it on airplane mode for 1 to 2 hours every day. I think that's a good starting point, and just really carving out time for yourself during the day, whether it's in the morning or at nighttime, like spending an hour with yourself, like coloring, drawing, writing, just doing something that doesn't involve the TV, laptop, or phone.
Yeah, and I speak at schools a lot, and one of the things I'm always telling them is not to just zone out in front of TV, because we either zone out on Instagram, which I'm guilty, right? Like down the rabbit hole. I don't know why I'm looking at this squirrel that lives in Louisiana, but I am.
I know. And then you're like, so what am I actually doing now?
Exactly. And hours have passed, and so I always tell people, I'm like, don't just zone out, because that's actually not good for you.
Yeah.
It's better to like tap in
Exactly.
versus zone out. And so turning things off and getting reconnected can help us realize maybe we are a little more stressed. Maybe we need to put the peppermint oil on. If we don't take time to actually cue in, we don't know what we need. And number 5, our last tip.
So after disconnecting, I think it's really important to reconnect with the people that you love in your life and really focus on your relationships, because I think that's what life is really all about, the relationships that you have. And I know holiday season can be a really exciting time, but also, sometimes a sad or stressful time for some people, because, maybe a family environment isn't exactly your ideal scenario. But I think that you can find family and find community in so many different areas, whether it's, your friends that you really love, or spending time with like your pets, and just being with people that you love and care about that also love and care about you.
Yeah, and I think that's really important. I said it before to you guys that you can create your own family.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to remember that, especially around the holidays. Yes, we may have obligations to visit family, but if family's not a happy, loving place, then it might be important for you to create your own and to be around people, because that's really what life's about. We get so used to being online and connecting online, which is great, and we have a wonderful community, but it's also important to get that human touch, that person-to-person interaction. There's nothing like it.
I know, and it's so special, especially if you haven't seen somebody in a while, or you're going back to where you grew up and you have some friends there, to just make that time to see people and reconnect with them. Because I think even if all of your holiday plans end up falling apart, the quality of your holiday lies within the company that you keep.
Agreed. Thank you so much for sharing your tips, and I hope that all of you will hop over. We did a video on Ingrid's channel. You can click here to hop over, and I will put all of your links. Can they find you, Ingrid Nilsen?
Yep, everything is Ingrid Nilsen, so it's super easy all across the board, although Snapchat has a dot in the middle of my first name and last name, but
somebody took it.
Yeah.
That's why I might have a 1 at the end. Her links will all be below. I encourage you to go check it out because she has such wonderful tips in general on her channel. And thank you so much for sharing all of your wonderful insights.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me.
See you next time.
Bye.
We have put together, sorry, we did not, she did.
Yes, Ingrid is joining us. And she has a bunch of tips for us to have a stress-free start over, sorry. No worries. Stress-free. Stress-free holiday. So stress-free, I forgot how to talk.
I'm not used to having a laugh.
When I go like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Sean's like,
like,
stop.
Stop touching.
I've learned to go like this. Oh, it's so